Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 AM, brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife and Resources Agency.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray as we roll toward that 20th year on the air. It doesn't seem possible. In fact, it doesn't seem possible that this is first Saturday, and it seemed like just yesterday that we had first Saturday. Maybe we did. Maybe I just missed the month. I don't know.
Yeah,
but,
it was just the first Saturday of a different month.
Well, you've been in Florida for 2 months anyway, Dave Gabbard, so it doesn't make any difference.
And cooler weather's kind of hard to take. I've been used to 84-degree temperatures.
Don't tell this next guy what the temperature is. I mean, he could care less what our temperature is here in the Mid-South. But, Gene Smith, are you awake? You ready?
Yes, sir. I'm ready to go.
All right, get your number two, get your number 2 pencil out, Gene, and listen to this guy because I think I passed his class. I don't remember. We talk about this all the time. It's the only cooking school I ever went to with Mike Checkett, and no one would taste our whatever we cooked. I don't remember it, but Scott Lasaith was on there with us, the sporting chef, and it's always good to have Scott on the show. Good morning, Scott.
Good morning. It's a little early here.
It is a little early.
You can do breakfast.
Yeah, breakfast, man. He'd be eating lunch at 8 if he does it like that, So, but I want to get Scott on because some good friends of ours that really helped us over the years has been High Mountain Seasoning with Karen Lutto, and they're celebrating their 30th anniversary this year. And not only that, they're celebrating a new partnership that's been, well, I can't say it's new, a continued partnership that's gone on for about a decade with the sporting chef himself, Scott. And I know your relationship with High Mountain Seasonings is pretty special, isn't it?
These are good guys. And by the way, you've got your 20th anniversary. This is the 20th anniversary of Sporting Chef TV this year. And
really? Okay.
Yeah. And if you look in my pantry, it's all High Mountain Seasoning. And I don't know if you've spent much time with these people. They're a really good group of people
really
to work
are.
with. Normalcy is kind of hard to come by.
Yes, yeah.
So it's very refreshing to work with these guys.
So they've been on half of your tenure, and the sporting chef has been with High Mountain. Of course, they're the good folks out of Wyoming that I talk about a whole lot, out of Riverton, Wyoming, and Karen Lutto. And we're going to give away something, as I said, from High Mountain at the end of this segment with Scott. But, Scott, I got to talk to you a little bit about 20 years. I didn't realize that. It's kind of a thing that longevity, I think. This show comes up on 20 years. Your show's coming up on 20 years, and the Sportsman's Channel. And I was looking it up, Scott, on when you're on. Folks, set your alarms for 2:30 in the morning here on Thursdays here in Memphis, okay? That's payback time for Scott. And then, of course, Friday, you can get him on Friday at 11:30 a.m., Sunday at noon on the Sportsman Channel, the Sporting Chef. Talk about that, Scott, from when you started. Was this something that I know you call yourself the fastest half hour on outdoor television. We call ourselves the fastest 90 minutes on radio programming. So talk about the 20 years. I mean, I'd like to know from the ground level to the evolution of what we've got right now and everything like that. So tell us how this thing began.
Well, we started 20 years ago on Comcast Sports Southeast, kind of down in your neck of the woods.
Yes, uh-huh.
Then from there, it transitioned to, we started on Sportsman Channel when they launched, 14, 15 years ago. We've been on Sportsman Channel since they started. In between Sporting Chef, I had a show called Hunt, Fish, Cook that I did with a guy named Donnie McElvoy from Huntsville, Alabama.
Remember
and then
that?
the current Sporting Chef's been on, I think it's the 7th season now. And we've also got another show called Dead Meat on Sportsman Channel, and the Fishmonger that's on Outdoor
Amazing.
Channel that's about the commercial fishing industry in San Diego.
Amazing. And Scott, is this are you living the dream? I know you are the sporting chef, but is Scott was a little boy? Is this what you wanted to do?
You know, all of the things that you read about in the outdoor magazines when you're a kid,
Yes.
I get to do. And I'm telling you, I am thankful every day that I get to do what I do for a living. I'm headed to Puerto Rico next weekend to go shoot iguanas, large iguanas out of the trees. You know, with the Dead Meat Show, it's taken us all over the place.
Yes.
Sporting Chef Show is me and a whole bunch of other people that contribute to the show. So there may be people on there that disagree with the way I do things or have a different idea, but I want people to understand that there's more than one way to cook a wild turkey.
There is, yes. And I know in this day and time we have what do we call it? We don't want to offend anybody. Scott is laughing at this, I know, because what you do is you prove to people that somebody will eat just about anything.
And on the Dead Meat Show, there's quite a few things that I don't really need to revisit.
No, not at 6:15 in the morning here in Memphis. Okay, so
no,
yeah, because somebody's eating a donut on the way to the turkey blind. I can tell you that this morning. Listen to you. Then we're talking to Scott Lasaith, the sporting chef himself, and primarily his partnership with High Mountain Seasoning, but also just it's not just a cooking show. And my wife, we watch a lot of cooking shows, but there's entertainment involved in this too, Scott, right? I mean, you try to, it's, you can get as technical as you want, but at the same time, you got me on the edge of my seat sometimes. I mean, a dead iguana, I can't wait for that one, so.
Well, and we hunted iguanas in Florida a few years back. We did iguanas and pythons.
Pythons.
And the python, by the way, really high in mercury, just no reason. It's the toughest piece of meat that I've ever tried to cook or eat.
And you did?
Iguana doesn't taste like chicken. It tastes like frog legs.
It does.
And it's got a little salmonella problem. There's a few things like armadillo that we did in Texas.
Yeah.
It's the only animal that can transmit leprosy to humans. So you do want to make sure that you cook your armadillo all the way through.
Are you listening to this, Dave Gabbard? Are you right?
Oh, yeah. I'm just wondering, do I start with a light roux or a dark roux?
I would go with a dark roux on your iguana. You want to try and cover up some of that iguana flavor. Actually, the iguana tasted like the armadillo tasted like pulled pork.
It did. Yeah.
There nothing wrong with it.
And you didn't break out with anything. I mean,
No. I mean, as long as you cook it to 160 or so, and leave it there for a few minutes, it's going to kill just about anything. And if you do happen to get leprosy these days,
yes,
you can cure it with antibiotics. But I'd rather not get leprosy.
No. Does that say that on the package? You can on the iguana package. I'm not sure where you can buy iguana, but I'm assuming
Kroger, I think.
At Kroger? Yeah, I don't think so. But so the unusual things, we talked about this. We're in a day now that people want to try something different, and I think really, what's your favorite meat?
So I'm kind of partial to venison, elk, the usual things, but when it's my turn to pick what we're going to have for dinner, it's usually stuff that's not cooked. I like raw fish.
Do you really?
I used to eat a lot of raw venison when I'm doing demonstrations just to prove to people that nothing bad was going to happen, but I kind of broke myself of that habit by eating too much raw venison.
So are you
But to me, a perfectly cooked elk steak that's seared on the outside and medium rare on the inside, maybe just a little butter over the top of it while it's cooking. To me, it's very uncomplicated. That's my kind of food. My food is not complicated.
Did you hear that, Dave Gabbard? I mean,
yeah. I was just wondering if Scott, if we could get him into golf and he could win the Masters, what the dinner he would.
Oh yeah. That would be quite a trip to see if he could do that. But I know also that your affiliation with Ducks Unlimited, and we've got to mention that, Scott, since that's our good friends right out of Memphis here. The articles you write for the magazine, is that a fun thing to do?
That is, and we've got, I've got a feature coming up this summer. Every year, every issue, I'm in a column, and then I do a feature once a year, and I've been doing it for about 13 or 14 years. I've been the columnist for DU.
Yes.
And It's a great relationship. I will be at their Ducks. It's a convention or something. A big
in
event
Texas.
They have a consumer event they have coming up in Texas.
Yes, yeah.
In June.
Yes. So you will be
I
there.
will be there.
Yeah.
I'll be there in the Sportsman Channel Outdoor Channel booth, handing out a hunk of food to whoever wants to show up.
You hear that? I wish we still had that event here.
I do too.
That was a pretty good event we had here in Memphis once upon a time, but those days have gone and forth. And I know your relationship to Ducks Unlimited. How did that start?
I'm not quite sure. It's been years and years. We had a program called House to Home, I think, or House to Home, or something like that, where we had some product. And I think that's where you and I did our little cooking
class
around that same time, right?
Yes, yeah, that's where we was. And I know the late Wade Bourne was a part of that team when you were involved and still are involved, and I miss him greatly to this day. Particularly on opening day of a turkey season or a duck season, one of those different kind of things. But you're going to tell us. So, what's the article going to be about this summer? You're going to give us a tease here.
Well, we're going to be cooking outdoors, so I'm going to do a little tailgate, some backpacking, some different. I try and mix it up every year, and we're going to do some very simple cooking in the blind at the Duck Club, as opposed to in a kitchen with all your resources. If you've got a handful of ingredients and a good piece of meat, that's really all you need.
That's it.
Like you said, I'm a big fan of the high mountain seasonings. They're not overly salty; they just have flavor.
Yes. Yeah.
And if you put a little high mountain rib rub on a deer steak,
I'm so hungry.
A little olive oil, slap it on a grill. Don't overcook it. To me, that's all you need to do.
I am so hungry. I mean, it's so early in the morning to be talking about this. Scott Lefebvre, thank you, buddy, for being with us.
Yeah, man.
And always good to talk to you. And folks, again, check out the Sporting Chef on the Sportsman's Channel. And I know the dead meat. Oh man, check that show out on the Sportsman Channel also. And of course, High Mountain Season. A little bit later in the show, we're going to give you a chance to win some prizes from
I got
High
something
Mountain.
to say about that.
But we're going to have to hold it. So we got to get out of here. Scott?
Okay.
Got to go, Scott. Thank you, buddy.
All right, we'll see you, fellas.
All right, bye. All right, we'll be right back on Outdoors with Larry Ray.